Yo, so the main event, people, it is a rematch. Marab Dvalishvili, the bantamweight champion, is putting the belt on the line for the second time. And the second time against Sean O'Malley as well, who he won the title against at UFC Noche in the Sphere. Right? It was an epic occasion with a epic win because Marab just shut him down. Like, just ragdolled him. You know what I mean? Did his thing. So what is going to happen the second time around? That's the question a lot of people are asking. Now, Sugar, right? I'm not even sure if it's still Sugar, right? Because it's the thing. Because Sean, coming into the first fight, said, he was injured, couldn't wrestle, right? There was all of this. Now, Marab did, do well on the feet as well, but you had that whole thing that supposedly was, they're saying one of the big reasons he lost. But he has also gone, there's a lot of outside, disturbances, and he shut all of those down. He stopped smoking weed, right? Stopped smoking weed, which was a big part of, it's part of his pizzazz, right? Snoop, O'Malley on the Contender Series with Uriah Faber. So he's given that up. He's not on, online anymore, supposedly. So he's cut a lot. I think he moved, right? Moved to a ranch out of the city. So he's made all of these big changes. But here's the thing. That fight was September 2024. How much can you really change in that period of time? Right? How many times have you heard someone go, I'm a different person now, right? They're still the same person. And when things come to the crunch, the same person comes out. You know what I mean? It takes ages to break habits and also to learn skills. Now, you can look good when the lights aren't on you, but as soon as pressure hits, you see people resolve to, old fighting habits, old fighting styles, right? How many times have you seen some supposed legit fighters, and the minute hands start to go, it's weird wrestling, and you know what I mean? That's just what happens. So, how much can O'Malley change in this period? What new things can he implement to get the job done? That's the big question here. That's the big question. We know O'Malley's got power. Hurt Marab to the body in the last round of their first fight. But there's so many things that can factor into, a body shot that hurts, right? You catch someone on that floating rib, boom, that's going to do it. A weird weight cut could do it, right? You just breathing out at the wrong time. There's so many reasons. So it's not necessarily it was the power that hurt Marab. So you can't even go, that's the ticket for winning. Because it might not be, right? It might not be. So there's a lot riding on Sean to get this done. Also, because of the fact he's getting his title shot off a loss. So if he loses, he's back to, he's right to the back of the line. Right to the back of the line. So it's a big night. And Sean, once again, is going up against the man of the moment on a 12-fight winning streak. Merab Dvalishvili, the machine, who is, he's a beast, right? He has fought and beaten, I think it's 4 former champions. You know what I mean? Like Sean O'Malley, Henry Cejudo, Pierre Yan, Jose Aldo. Beat them all. And beat them all impressively. Like, the hardest out of all of those may have been Aldo. And that was just because Aldo's takedown defense, but Merab was doing his thing on the feet too. You know, like we saw his heart against Marlon Moraes when he got rocked, basically knocked out on his feet in the first round. But then by the end of that round, Merab was beating Marlon. So it's hard to go, did he lose that first round? You know what I mean? And then in the second, he just beats the shit out of Marlon. So we saw that adversity. We saw that heart. As I said, even in the last round of the title fight against O'Malley in the Sphere, he got hurt in the last round. Still fought through it. You know what I mean? And we've seen him up against all of these top fighters with these different styles. And he's still come out on top. John Dobson had knockout power. Merab just, you know what I mean, just squashed that. And then he beat Umar Nurmagomedov in his first title defense. And, yeah, just did his thing again. Merab Dvalishvili is a different animal. He's cut from a different cloth, as John Anik might say. This is such a good fucking fight. And I think Merab is so humble, right? So grateful for this opportunity. I think he's always going to be trying his hardest. Always trying to do his thing because he's representing himself. He's representing his country. He's representing his team that he loves, Sarah Longo, right? And yes, now he's fighting kind of out of Syndicate. Is it Syndicate? I think it's Syndicate, right? With Eric Nixick. No, it's John Wood, sorry. Yes, Eric Nixick is Extreme Couture. So, you know, he's representing those camps. And he holds that so dear. So dear. So Merab will always show up. He will always have that gas tank. He will always be Merab. And that's the problem. That's the ninth wonder of the world. That's the thing that gives beasts nightmares. Merab Dvalishvili coming at you. I'm going and steal, people. I'm going and steal. Now, obviously, you know, as I said, as I've laid out, Sean can win this fight. But I kind of just think Merab is going to be champ for a minute. I think he's going to be champ for a while. I see the only thing that has him, you know, not champ is if he moves up to give, you know, his teammate Patchy Mix a run at the belt like Aljamain did for him. That's the only thing that I can see with Merab not being champ. So I'm going and steal. And I cannot wait for this. Oh boy, this is going to be fun as fuck, people. But it's going to end the same way, you feel me? Merab Dvalishvili, the machine, and still. Who have you got? How have you got it? Let me